Yes, so I'm under a lot of stress. I'm back on campus. I decided I'm gonna commit to Marquette University and finish here. And yesterday I was feeling like I was on top of the world because it was really good. Like, and it still is really good. It's not like anything's like majorly changed. It's just that I don't know. This learning's not that great. My makeup's a little messed up, but that's okay. Whatever. Yeah. Okay, I'm done. I am looking at myself and yeah, it's distracting me. Anyways, yeah, I feel kind of stressed out, to be honest. Like, I think I'm having trouble making friends. I feel like I am lost. I also feel like something, very much so something. I was gonna say, I don't know. I'm just feeling kind of stressed, honestly. Like, I'm just under spiritual duress. That is the term. If you don't know what the word duress means, please do yourself a favor and search it up. Or I can put it right here so you can read it and know what the word means. Yeah, I definitely feel like I'm under spiritual warfare and context clues. And I don't know how to even describe it. I'm not sure what the battle is even against because it's not like anyone's being mean to me or being rude. Everybody's very kind. Everybody's very, they follow etiquette. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but I feel like people are acting kind of weird around me. If that makes sense. Like yesterday, I kind of felt it, but I think I was too happy high, apartment high, because I just moved into my apartment to even really care and or even notice. No, I noticed. I think that I definitely disregarded it because of just how happy I was. But yesterday, at the end of the day, like I could feel the effects of that, like of those energies and stuff, like on me. After this feels comfortable, but yeah, like yesterday I really wasn't feeling that great. Like I was tired, and you know, since I'm just moved into this apartment, even though it's semi-furnished, or maybe it is fully furnished, even though it's pretty furnished, like there's couches and there's a mattress in here, so the bulk is not, you know, that hard. I still don't really have a shower curtain and like a variety of other things that aren't here. So, and I don't actually mind that, but I think for me, what kind of makes it like, is kind of the fact that like I'm working from 8 o'clock in the morning until 7:30 at night. That probably is it. And these people are cool. These people are real cool. Like, it's not like anyone's said anything, except for one girl, said anything. 2 girls. Okay, 3. Anything off to me? But like, other than those 3 incidents, I feel like it's been pretty good, you know? It's really hard for me to put words to this because I really just don't know what's bothering me. Because this morning I woke up at like 4 o'clock, 4:30, and literally, like, my stomach was weak. So weak. I didn't throw up or anything like that, but like, my stomach just did not feel right. My gut, which I think is kind of ironic, but yeah, my gut just was not feeling right. I just wasn't feeling good. So like, I tried waiting a little bit, going back to sleep, but like, I was so anxious. Like, it was like anxiety from here just spread throughout my whole body. And honestly, I just couldn't go to work this morning. At least this morning, because I ended up going anyway. We do have 12-hour shifts anyway, so you know. But I just couldn't do it. And that's it. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't go. I sent out an email to the head of the whole thing, the head coordinator, and my team leader or whatever. But honestly, I just wasn't like, I just wasn't feeling good. And honestly, for whatever reason, I don't think they believe me. And they didn't, it's not like they gave any signs or anything like that of them not believing me, except for one of them. But I don't know. Sometimes you know how you can just kind of feel things intuitively, or like, and you just kind of feel like you can just feel things, and you just kind of know, like they don't believe you, or like when someone just my battery's low. Yeah, you kind of just feel that they don't believe you. Yeah, that is what that feeling was, I guess. And I really didn't feel like they believed me. And it's bothering me because I was not feeling good. Like, legit. And I don't know, this makes me kind of think more about why. More about why. Or why you might not, like, believe me. Okay, this is crooked. Or why they might not believe me because, okay. I don't know. Again, maybe I'm just tweaking, but it does rub me the wrong way because I was being honest. That's kind of it. And maybe it's because I'm not sure if they would even see, but like I sent the message. So I woke up at 4:30, and I know that professionally you can't wake up at 4:30 and send a message, right? So, but I know if it's after 5 p.m., then it's professional, or at least the rules may vary. From what I've learned, it's 5 o'clock. Let's see, 5:30, whatever, 5 p.m., 5 a.m. So when you can like professionally send email out and it won't be like crazy or weird. Or maybe it's 6 a.m. I'm pretty sure it's 5. But yeah, it's 4:30, wrote the message, and I sent it for 5:30. So just an hour after I woke up. And I'm not sure maybe if they're able to see that, maybe that's why or what, but yeah, my stomach was just fucked up. That's it. It was fucked up. It was messed up, guys. You don't understand. Like, it's not even like I can use the toilet or I had to throw up. It was just like my gut was just so queasy. And I'm a sensitive being, so when like something is affecting my body or my emotions, it really just kind of affects everything I do. Like every single sphere. Like with my grandma, every single season where my grandma's been in the hospital or she hasn't been okay or whatever it is, like academically, I've always done bad. And it kind of sucks to even talk about because honestly, I know that I'm supposed to be doing what I need to do to get my degree and graduate, but like, it's really hard for me as a highly sensitive being, I guess navigating those emotions. because it's not even emotions, it's like a physical feeling. Like, have you ever woken up with anxiety and like it's just hard to even think, you know? That's how last night felt. And that's how it feels when I'm worried about my grandma, and these are normal things, and I know I have to like get over them and stuff, but like honestly, it is really hard. It's not something you can really just get over. Especially because one thing I noticed is that, okay, let me tell you. So one thing I noticed is that in the groups, the first day, I felt like, well, the first hour, I felt like people were very open to me as an individual. Cause it's not like, I mean, I'm not anything crazy. I'm just a regular person. But this is just my experience. So it's not like I'm a part of the LGBTQ. Well, I am to a certain extent. I'm queer. But I'm just a pretty average person, to be honest. I felt, and when I say open to me, I mean extremely normal. Yeah, just like a normal person. Or maybe like inclusive is more so the word. Very much so inclusive, maybe like normal, just a human being. And then after that second hour, like as the day went on more and more, please excuse my nails. As the day went on more and more, I found that I felt like almost like people were repelled from me. And I got really self-conscious. I started thinking like, is it something that I'm doing? Is it an energy that I'm giving off? I was like, I'm not chewing gum. I don't have a resting bitch face. I'm not daydreaming. I'm not off in the corner. There was one point where I was off in the corner, but that's because I was exhausted from being around people. Nothing wrong with people, but like, I just have to be alone sometimes. And like by that point, I was just exhausted from being around people. This is kind of it. Yeah, but continuing on, I was like, is there anything that I'm doing? Am I rolling I don't roll my eyes, but you know, you get the vibe. You all get the vibe of what I'm saying. Am I doing this? Am I doing that? What's going on? I'm doing self-evaluation, doing self-inventory on what it is I might be doing to repel people away from me, because that's what it felt like, and that's what it was. In reality, that's just what it was. People just weren't really coming around me. One thing I noticed is that if I sat at a table, right, with maybe 3 or 4 people, it could be the first table, the middle table, whatever table it is, people would not sit there, right? And at first I thought it was just me the first 3 times, because this was all day event. We worked from 8 o'clock to 7:30. And we have multiple groups throughout the day. So yeah, if I sat in a certain area, I noticed that people wouldn't like sit around me. And I thought it was, again, the first 3 times, 2 times, I thought it was just me. Second, third time it comes around, I'm sitting at a table where like, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 people are there. And coincidentally, one girl has to switch tables. Another girl sat 2 seats away from me. Cause there was another girl sitting down and I sat next to her. I said, can I sit here with you? And she's like, yeah, of course you can. And I was like, oh shit, okay, yes. That's the reaction that all of them had actually. All of them were like that. But yeah. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna sit down with you. But like no one would sit next to me. Like it'd be her, me, there's another person next to her. But like when it came to someone sitting next to me, no one would sit next to me. Like nobody would sit next to me. And I don't know why, because like, I don't want to cry. But I don't know, it's just frustrating. It was really frustrating because like, I don't know, I just kind of felt like no one wanted to sit next to me. And it's a real weird feeling because you don't know why, and every time you talk to someone, They're very inviting, very friendly. And this is the case with everybody, like everybody who I talk to. And I just don't understand. I can't fathom it. I don't really know what's going on. Like, even now, I feel better now that I'm talking about it. But honestly, it doesn't really make it better because I know when I'm going back tomorrow, it might be something similar. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be the same thing because I'm speaking it into existence. But what I can say is that I am fearful. I'm genuinely scared that it's gonna be the same exact thing tomorrow. That's my fear. And I wanna make friends. I'm here to make friends. This season in my life, this semester, actually, yeah, these 2 semesters, as a matter of fact, I'm alone. All my friends have graduated. When I came here as a freshman, I only hung out with people older than me. And just because I have an older mindset, I'm raised by 75 plus people. So like, I'm definitely like 7 years older than my actual age, I feel like. Maybe even 30. But yeah, I couldn't really understand why it is people weren't sitting next to me, and I wasn't, again, not chewing gum, not rolling my eyes, not making faces. Like, I'm also being warm and inviting, like matching energy, very big thing of mine. I was doing just that. I was matching energy and all that, and I feel like for whatever reason, people just would come around me and then like want to not leave, because it's not like they have to stay around, but like one girl, at first she ignored me, which is weird, and I can tell when someone's ignoring me. Most people think they can't tell or think other people can't tell, and maybe that's the case, but I can tell. Again, I can see things that other people can't. Like, my peep game's like real strong. Again, I'm raised by a family of 75 plus. Like, everybody in my family, not even 75, I'm gonna say 65, because there's a few stragglers, but 65 plus. My grandma's 90. She'd correct me, I can hear her right now. I'm not 90, I'm 89, but she's 89 years old, almost 90 years old. She's born in 1932. So like, she's lived decades, and I was raised by her for the most part, and my dad and all my other family members. So they give me the juice and the lowdown on everything. And I can see that stuff, I can see what's going on and what happens, and like, I peep things. I peep everything. Like, it's not even me trying, just I can feel it. Like, I feel that stuff. But anyways, so she came up to me and she was like, no, at first she was ignoring me. Every time I walked, she turned her head. She wouldn't look at me. But then, for whatever reason, something switched. And I think the reason it switched was when we were put in a group together. I noticed that, like, this person's demeanor switched. So, and for me, I'm very forgiving, very trusting. And some people may call that naivete and innocence, which is why some people might think I'm either dumb, slow, like a Barbie or a doll or whatever, those connotations. But no, I'm compassionate. That's it. I'm compassionate. Like, and I'm not even to the extent where it's like I have a bleeding heart, but I'm compassionate. Like, just understanding, I don't hold grudges. I think, and maybe this also comes from my parents being older. Again, 65 plus, 7 different generations. No, it'd be 12 different generations of whatever. 11, I'm just gonna go with 11 because it's in the middle. But 11 different generations of women and men coming before me who are like teaching me these things. So like, for me, honestly, maybe it's just that, and I've learned from them that the smartest thing to do is just let things go. Remember that everything's temporary. be considerate, compassionate. Like, I don't know, just basic principles. You've already heard these principles before. In whatever religion. It doesn't matter if religion, spirituality, school, you've heard this everywhere. The golden rule, do unto others as you would want to be done unto you. But yeah, like, I know she was ignoring me, but at the same time, I knew that maybe she felt some, maybe it was a bad day, maybe she was feeling some type of way. Maybe when she saw me, it reminded her of her ex-best friend, or maybe she didn't want to stare at my hair, or I like, whatever it is, you know, whatever it is. Like, I don't know what her situation is. Maybe she's jealous, maybe she's not. It doesn't really matter to me. It's not my business to know, to be honest. And even body language and feeling the energies and the auras and stuff, that's technically not my business to know either, because most people don't really know how to process stuff like that. And again, when I say it's not my business, it's not my business. Just like how it's not your business or my business when someone's talking behind your my back. When I say your my, I mean your or my. Your or my's back. Like, it's not your business what someone says behind your back. It's not. You know, it's not my business what someone thinks of me. So that's why I said I don't care. I don't care what it is. If she wants to come back around, then I'm gonna allow her to come back around, because that's just how it works. That's something I'm probably gonna honestly hold true for the rest of my life. Maybe not, but right now, that's kind of what it's looking like. But yeah, so this girl is basically ignoring me. She stops ignoring me, it switches up, and now at this point, she's engaging with me. She's very in my face, like, oh my God, hi, how are you? You know, kind of like that. And I'm just like, oh, well, I don't do too much. For me, I always say imagine with something to do to me. But I was like, oh, I'm good, how are you? You know, a bit more cool. Not even cool, I'm very warm. I think I'm just eminent. I emanate. I don't know the word radiate, but like, I'm just warm. I'm not, I'm more like the sun versus like the fire. So like, fire is like, you know, you just kind of like, it's flame, it's flaming, and it's just, like when someone's like, hi, how are you? I'm more like, hi. I disperse it, you know? I don't know if that even makes sense. But yeah, I'm just like, hi, how are you? Oh, what's the name? Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Oh, I'm a junior too, or I'm whatever, or what's your major? Oh my God, like whatever, you know. Me and her going back and forth, just like that, you know, dig-knacking it. And she said something kind of backhanded. They said, tell a story about your shoes, and then that's the prompt. And then she's like, oh yeah, you always have a lot of stories because your shoes are so dirty. They look so worn. I was like, yeah, I do. I remember this one time I went down to the campus and oh, girl, I just ignored what she said. I was like, girl, like, I didn't do it passive aggressively. I literally just ignored it. Like, straight up. Like, not even ignored it. Let me rephrase. I chose not to take any offense. I chose, in that moment, at least, because later on I was offended. But in that moment, I chose not to take any offense. I told myself, there's no offense for me to be taken. There is no offense for me to be taken. Because one, nothing's wrong with dirty shoes or worn shoes. Because one, and two, because one, or I'm gonna say A, you don't know the situation, and B, maybe you just like those shoes. So that's one, nothing's wrong with dirty shoes. And two, I know that that came from somewhere that wasn't me. Like, I didn't do anything to her. The passive aggressive comment obviously came from something. And three, maybe she was not being passive aggressive. Maybe that's just how she is. She's just a bit more blunt and very logic and very oh, your shoes are very dirty, you must have a lot of stories. And when she was laughing, she genuinely meant like, you must have a lot of stories because they are so worn. I do think because she said the word dirty, that was passive aggressive versus it being objective and just, oh yeah, like, because they're so worn, you know? Or even the word worn could have like negative connotations. Not so much as dirty, because dirty, everybody associates with dirty. That's it. There's a obvious connotation to that. Obvious negative connotation to that. So there's not really any looping around that. But in regards to what she was saying, yeah, I just told her not to take offense. So I just was like, yeah. I'm not gonna run around and say, no, our shoes are like, don't do that. I know some people, I used to do stuff like that. Like, no, just, everything is subjective. There is no or yes. And for me, I value community very highly, which is why I'm really making this video in truth, because I feel disconnected from the community I'm supposed to be a part of. But because I value community and teamwork and love and all these different concepts and things that people will call dumb, corny, cheesy, make-believe, and practical, and all these other things, I act a little bit differently on things. And also it keeps me much more peaceful long-term. Whenever you use love as the base of things, long-term you tend to do a lot better than a win-lose situation. So if I were to say, no, actually these aren't dirty, you're just a bitch, or something like that, or whatever it is, that would then either burn a bridge, actually not even either, that would burn a bridge and I'd lose a friend or potential friend, as well as form an arch enemy possibly. But instead, if you just kind of be open-minded to what they're saying, because some people will see my shoes as very clean, some will see them as dirty, some will see them as regular shoes, some people won't even pay attention. But for me, again, instead of rebelling against what they say and opposing, I choose, and rebuttaling, that's the word, having a rebuttal. I choose to be open-minded and just say, okay, this is what they think. So in terms of what they think, yeah. So when she's saying your shoes are dirty, you must have a lot of stories. Get to the point of what she's saying is, or at least when you subtract the negative. When you subtract the negative, because the whole point of what she was saying was really to point out that my shoes were dirty and worn. But she had to have a cover focus. And that cover focus was, you must have a lot of stories. So what you do is you look at that cover story and you focus on it and you say, yeah, I do have a lot of stories. You agree with what it is they're saying. Oh, you're pretty for a black girl, right? Something like that. If someone were to say something like that, oh, thanks, move on. Don't even entertain it. Or if you really want to get in their head, to really get them to think about what they might have said, because a lot of the times, and sometimes they don't realize, but a lot of the times, and you'll be able to tell the two, maybe you won't, but I'm able to. Like one girl from X country said, you're pretty for a black girl. And I was, because she is foreign born, even though I do think in some ways she might have known that what she was saying was a little off, I gave her leeway, and I just decided to be considerate, compassionate, kind, and all those things. I just thank you. I did my little playful thing, whatever, pose. I look kind of ugly right now, but it's okay. And I was like, just kind of played with it. And after I accepted, graciously accepted the compliment that she paid to me, I then said, hey, moving forward, this is a little fun fact. When you say when you add in connotations like for a black girl, or you look pretty today, or something like that, sometimes people can take real offense to it. I know for me, just because I'm black, and I think all my people are beautiful, I know I took a little bit of offense. You can be honest too. You can say, I took a little bit of offense to that. And maybe even give it to, like, switch it around and give their point of view, like, oh, you have very beautiful eyes for a Chinese girl, or you have a very light skin for a Spanish girl, like things like that. You're very beautiful black girl. You know, these are things that shouldn't be thought of as either ugly or whatever it is. There's a prejudice there when you say that. You're pretty for a black girl. Okay, in that sentence, the prejudice is that black girls are ugly. Oh, you have very pretty eyes for an Asian girl. The prejudice there is that Asian people's eyes are unattractive. You were very light for a Spanish girl. There's two prejudices in that one, really. The first prejudice is that, first and foremost, the first prejudice is that being dark is not appealing. And the second one is that Spanish people tend to be dark, when that may or may not even be true. And even if it was